Alright everybody, I am filming this on Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to everybody. This will be going up much later than Valentine's Day, so all you need to know is that today I am here with 25 bookish facts about me. As per a recommendation and a comment on a prior video, I will be doing just a 50 random facts about me so you can get to know me on a non-bookish level. But for today, just 25 bookish facts. Fact number 1, I don't loan out books that I love. If I really, really love a book and somebody is super interested in it, I will suggest that they either get it from the library or I will happily buy them a copy. But if it is one of my favorite books, I'm probably not going to lend it out to you. It's just not going to happen. I will happily lend out like a mediocre book to you, but if it's one of my all-time favorite 5-star reads, you're not putting your hands on it. Number 2 is that I own a Nook, not a Kindle Fire. That is my e-reader of choice. I had the original, like OG first edition Nook. Then I traded that one in for the Samsung tablet, which is what I have now. Number 3, I am not obsessed with the size of books. So like my Shatter Me series, I think I've got 2 in paperback edition, 1 in a hardcover edition. I have other ones that I have in like a UK in edition and then 1 in an US edition. I have like the size of my bookshelves. I don't mind if they go from tall to low. First of all, that's just a hot mess. But I don't really care about having matching covers or even bookshelves. Like that's not one of my things that gets to me. Number 4, I am an author and I don't write enough. I used to write a lot. I wrote for years and years and years and years to the point where I didn't read. And now that I'm not writing as much, I'm reading and rediscovering reading. So I haven't been writing as actively, but I need to. I have finished successfully one NANOWRINO, and I will never participate in another one again. I think that it rushes writing in a way that just produces garbage. And the NaNoWRINO story that I walked away with at the end of that month just went in the trash. I mean, I'm sure I still have it somewhere, but I did not like it. And I just don't think that it's productive unless you're in a place where you're seriously outlined and ready to sit down and actually start a novel. But too many people just sit down and start like dumping garbage out, and then editing is a beast and there's just no salvaging some of those stories. So I will never participate in one again. 6, my favorite genre is fantasy. 7 is that I'm trying to read more diversely every single month. So I'm trying to read a nonfiction and I'm trying to read own voices and diverse stories and classics and graphic novels and mix up what I'm reading. 8 is that I kind of love when I have super polarizing thoughts. Like I love when I love a book that people hate or I hate a book that people love. There's something in me that is just like a hardcore rebel that loves hating what other people love and then staunchly supporting it. Like I'm not gonna hate it for no reason, but if I hate it, I'm not gonna shy away from telling you about it either, or just being really vocal about it, being really proud of having a different opinion. I don't know why that is, but I just like being somewhat combative in a really respectful manner. Number 9, I hate unreliable narrators. I don't think that is a surprise to you, but number 10 might be. I also just do not like books about time travel, alternate dimensions, split realities. I don't understand the science behind them, and I often have hard time following the different storylines and the different like past, present, this universe versus that universe. It's one of the reasons that The Love That Split the World really drove me crazy. And I think mainly because they make me feel stupid. I don't like when my forms of entertainment make me feel stupid. No thank you, good day. Number 11 is that I will never read a hardback book with a dust jacket on. Drives me bananas. Number 12 is that I am always reading at least 1 physical copy of a book and 1 audio copy of a book. So at any given time, I have at least 2 books going, 1 in audio form and 1 in physical form. 13 is one of the things that makes this booktube channel really challenging for me, and that is that I read for pleasure. I read for escape, and I don't often read critically. It's something that I'm trying to get better about, but I don't often read to review. It makes my reviews on Goodreads really difficult, and sometimes can be a struggle for me to review things here in my recaps and in my rants. Number 14 is that I own a ton of really beautiful bookmarks, and I never use them. Not ever, because I don't want to ruin them or mess them up. So I end up using like the free ones that come in the the book orders or receipts because I don't want to mess up my pretty bookmarks. Number 15 is that I have never met an officially like published author or gone to any bookish events. 16 is that I have been to a writer's convention though. I have done actually a couple of those, one more informal, one more that I like paid for and went to like a writer's convention that helped you with marketing and publishers and editors and all that kind of stuff. Number 17 is that I do not like flowery writing. It's one of the reasons that classics are really hard for me. I don't like the old English, like Shakespearean writing. I don't like it. Number 18 is that I really do not get book crushes. I cannot ever make an OTP video for you guys because I don't typically ship people or get like swoony over characters. It's just not something that I do. I don't know why, but I don't. Number 19 is that I can very easily overlook flaws in plot or storyline continuity. I can overlook a character having green eyes and then suddenly having brown eyes. I'm very character driven when I read, so I can overlook a lot of things in books and just kind of like gloss over it and be like, it's whatever. But if you throw in either A, like glaring grammatical issues, I'm immediately put out of the story, or B, just serious character flaws where they act very differently from one scene to the next, or a character starts doing something they would never do out of nowhere. I can't handle that. Number 20 is that I have never gone to a midnight release for a book. I have never dressed up like a book character, and I have never been active in a fandom. And I think this is really surprising for a lot of people, especially on BookTube, because a lot of people grew up with Harry Potter at the same age that he was when he was getting his letter, and you guys waited for your letters. I was introduced to Harry Potter at 19. I was already past the age of getting my letter. I didn't grow up with the internet and fandom and fanfic. I've never read fanfic. So I've never really been active in a fandom because the internet and groups like that just weren't around when I was a reader younger, and now at my age I don't really feel like I need to be getting into them. Number 21 is that I'm very bad at DNFing books. I very rarely walk away in the middle of a book, but I will walk away in the middle of a series. But I typically have to finish a book. There's something in me that like can't handle putting down a book and not finishing it. Number 22 is that I often, prior to Goodreads, would pick up a book and then realize I've already read it. Happened all the time to me. Like all the time. Number 23 is that I am newly addicted to Goodreads. Why? Because I can keep all that straight. I'm on it all the time. I love updating my reading status. I love making notes for myself there as I read. I like commenting with you guys and sharing my thoughts as I write reviews. So like Goodreads is my new favorite form of social media right now. If you are not already following me, the link is down there. You should go do that. Number 24 is that I am really bad about taking notes when I'm reading. Again, because I like to stay immersed in the story. So that's a part of what I'm trying to get better about in terms of both my reviews on Goodreads and my wrap-ups here for you guys, is taking notes as I read. It's one of the things that I think I like most about defacing my books, is because I can really annotate like what is sticking out to me while I'm reading. But again, I've only done that to one book. I should do that to more. But yeah, I'm really bad about that. 25. And final bookish fact is that I am really bad about mentally picturing characters in my head. I will read a character, I will read their description, and then promptly forget it and fill it in with whatever I think they should look like. The same goes for names of places and people. I will often get pronunciations wrong of both names and places. Like, I am notoriously awful. I will finish an entire like 8-book series picturing a brown hair, brown-eyed girl who's a red-headed, blue-eyed girl. Because in my head, that's what she was. And then they'll cast her and then I'll get mad that they cast her that way, even though that's what she really looks like. Awful at that. So those are my 25 bookish facts that I'm sharing with you guys right now. I'm sure that might change eventually, or I might do an updated one of these like a year from now or whatnot. I hope you've enjoyed these 25 bookish facts. If you've not already done this tag, you should. I don't know if it's an official tag. If it is, I'll link the originator down below, but I think it's just something that I've seen other people do, so I decided to do it. Which one of these bookish facts do you relate to the most? I would love to know in the comments down below. And in the meantime, if you liked this video, give me a big old thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye guys.